Well, hello. Thanks for coming back to check out another video. So, we are here today to do a not so very exciting update to the Project Level Up Project Pan. I kind of contemplated skipping this month's update because I don't have like any new pans, I don't have any rollouts. I just gave away the whole video within the introduction, but that's okay. You're gonna stick through and watch till the end, right? Anyway, so like I said, this isn't really an exciting update, but I wanted to come on here because I still feel like it's good to see the progress and talk about things and just show you guys some looks and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So before we get into our level 4 and our level 5 palettes, I do want to say that this was created by Sofie, Alexandra. I always have her link down in my description box as well as her introduction video because she does a really good job of like going over like the rules and things like that. And when I say rules, like it's kind of loose. Like I don't think Sofie is a big stickler on like, no, you have to follow them to a T, you know, like change it and tweak it to make it work how it best suits you. So like for example, the way she's structuring this, the way I'm structuring this is that we've been randomizing our palettes. Now not everyone is doing that, and I think that that's quite all right, and it keeps it interesting and, you know, like I said, makes it work for that particular person. So anyway, you would randomize your palette, and like if it's your level 1 palette, then you would use every eyeshadow within that palette one time and hit pan on one shade. Then you would bring in a level 2 palette, hit 2 pans while using every shadow within there 2 times, and you go all the way up to level 5. I am personally choosing to reset myself back down to level 1 after I complete level 5. I think that's how most people are doing it, but if you are participating along within this project pan and you are planning to go beyond level 5, let me know. I would love to know down below, because I think that even if you got like a small palette, like even just a quad for your level 6, which I guess you couldn't because you wouldn't have 6 pans to hit. That was a bad analogy. Anyway, I think that even if it was a small palette, that was your level 6 palette, it would still be like a huge, you know, task to use every single shade 6 times and hit 6 pans. But either way, that's neither here nor there. I believe that is all of like the introduction piece that I need to do. But like I say with every video, I always leave everything down in the description box for you guys. So in case I've missed something or you have a question about something, just check there first. Okay, so let's first talk about our level 4 eyeshadow palette. This is from BH Cosmetics. This was part of their Birthstone collection that they did last year. So this is Emerald for May. Within this project pan, I need to use every eyeshadow within this palette 4 times and hit pan on 4 shades. Now, like I spoiled for you guys in the introduction, I have not hit any new pans on this palette. However, I believe I have met some of the like requisite use every shade 4 time goals. I will leave in the description box for you guys a usage breakdown of every pan. That's just a little bit easier. But if I'm not mistaken, I have met my 4 use goal on Total Package, which is the lighter shimmer shade here, Restless, which is like the matte army green, and then Artsy AF, which is like the darker green shimmer down here. Now all 3 of those are pans or are shades that I'm contemplating trying to hit pan on. I think in last update I told you guys like I might try to hit pan on this emerald shade, but I've actually been using the other matte shadow Restless, the darker army green, a lot within this palette, and it's like really easy to incorporate, especially doing like more of the green grungy looks that I'm super into. So that might actually be the 4th shadow that we try to hit pan on. If I'm not mistaken, that means I only have to use, I believe, this emerald shade 3 more times, and then the hard worker shade twice more before I can roll this palette out. Obviously I have to hit the 3 more pans too, but I'm hoping to be able to accomplish that here in the month of June. In the month of May, I really didn't have a lot of good makeup days. There was just a lot going on, and so then when I was able to sit down and wear makeup, I just tended to do the same eye look, and it did not incorporate any of these shades. Actually, that's a lie. It did incorporate the Total Package shade because that's just been my standard go-to inner corner highlight. It's my inner corner highlight in today's look. So that was like the only way I was reaching for this palette within the past month. Okay, so now we get to talk about our level 5 eyeshadow palette that we brought in last time. I'm really happy with the decision that I made to like bring you guys 2 to 3 palettes for our level 5 and let you kind of vote on them. So that's the only level that I'm not like actually randomizing, just because like I said in the last update, level 5 is a lot. Like you have to use every eyeshadow 5 times and hit pan on 5 shades. Like you and that palette are going to become besties, and I really would like to make sure that it's a palette that I actually like could get that much enjoyment out of. You know what I mean? So anyway, the palette that won the votes kind of surprised me. It was the Heather Austin palette that she did with Adept Cosmetics. I really thought Club Nebula was gonna win. And if I'm not mistaken, it came in second place, but Heather Austin got the most votes, if I counted correctly, and I think I did. I hope I did, because I've already been using this palette. So I don't have any new pans within this palette, and I also have not come anywhere near using any of these shadows 5 times. I do have a few of the shadows from this palette in today's eye look, so I did use the PaO2 shade. I love the name of that. If you're healthcare, you know. But yeah, I used this in my crease, and then I also used the Passport shade here as my lid shade, which is just such a fun, like, shifty, it's like a multi-chrome in my opinion. I think she describes it as a duochrome, but it goes from like green, blue, and purple. Like, it's just so pretty and so fun. I can never get like the shifts to pick up on camera, but that's okay. I have enjoyed playing around with this palette the few times that I've gotten to like use it, but during the month of May, like since I was just doing like that same particular eye look over and over, like my heart was like, I cannot wait to get back and play with this palette. So I'm super excited to get to pull this out within the month of June. I really think that this is going to be easy to accomplish like the goals for level 5 with, and especially because a lot of these shades are going to be so fun for summer. Like Smith down here and Video Chat, they are both like shifty shimmer shades that have like reds and oranges and greens and things like that that make them really fun for summer. Austin I could see being really fun too, because it's kind of like a minty shifty shade. If you are curious about swatches of either of these two palettes, I do have them like in the previous videos. I always leave my playlist link down below. I just don't swatch them out every video. I tend to only swatch a palette out within a video when it gets rolled into this project pan. Okay, so we can talk about some looks and then that'll wrap up the video, I guess. So the first look here is one that I did before everything got super hectic in May. I did use the Heather Austin palette as well as the BH Cosmetics Emerald for May palette, and I was super impressed with like how well these two palettes paired together. So I always leave the shade names on the screen like in the picture for you guys, but it's just this perfect like grungy yellow look that I absolutely love. I'm going to probably recreate this look time and time again, so expect to see it a lot during the month of June. Okay, I believe this is the only other picture that I have to show for you guys, and again, it was the look was probably done like near the end of April before things got super hectic in May, but this uses the Kaleidos Futurism 1 Sci-Fi Green palette as well as the BH Cosmetics Emerald palette that is in with this project. So it's a really pretty, again, green look. It honestly looks a lot similar in the picture to the first look that I showed you guys. However, I will say the big difference with this one is that there's like a golden shade from the Sci-Fi Green palette on my lids, and it's a bit more like, I think in natural lighting or like in real life, you can really see the differences of the two lid shades, but the crease work in the outer V, it's still like grungy greens and yellows, which I'm really like excited for, but it just probably means that like just for the next few updates, I might not have as a big variety of eye looks to show you guys, but that's okay. So that's it, short and sweet, not rolling anything out, but not rolling anything in. I will hopefully have all of my goals met for at least the Emerald for May palette by our next update. So just stick around, keep your eyes peeled in a month for that. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day, a good night, or a good whatever, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.